Hello, welcome to Positively Entertaining Conversations. I'm your host, wife, and co-host.
Lady Elizabeth.
You used it this time. That's sweet. So we're going to talk about some stuff today about changes, but more importantly, we're going to talk about Miss Carol because Miss Carol just moved here. I say just moved here. Um, February 14th. Got here. Valentine's Day has been here since then and is acclimating to us. One thing that irks the crap out of her is the fact that I am a crazy social media person. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, at all. And I have like 10 Instagram and Facebooks, and I don't even know how many TikToks I have. Like, because I just panic and go, okay, I'll do whatever you're asking me to do. Just here's the information. Just take it. I don't even care. And so I'm trying to rein that in. But this whole conversation is geared towards change and me being unsupervised. And that's what happens when I'm unsupervised. What did you say? When I'm unsupervised, mistakes are made.
Yeah.
Mistakes are made, folks. Now, having said that, I feel like mistakes are just a lesson. Like, I don't think that you can ever actually fail anyone in particular, right? Except for yourself. You fail yourself whenever you don't motivate well enough to change. But if you recognize that you need to change and then you don't change, that's okay too, because hey, it's your life, right? Um, for me, I keep saying I'm going to change it, and I'm not. I'm not changing it. I don't care. I don't want to do it. But the facts are, I need to do it because that's progress. And if you can be progressive, I can be progressive. And Beth, even you're more progressive with the social media than I am.
Mm-hmm. I look
Y'all
at the TikToks.
Suck. Excuse
Hashtagging.
me. I made a TikTok with my client Bree, and it was adorable because she captured exactly how I am, which is, let's make a TikTok, and then she does stuff and with me in the thing, and I'm like, I don't get it, but okay, we're talking, right? Here we go. Um, that's how I feel. I know I need to change it. So the question is, how the hell do I change it? How do I change what I know I need to change? You, Beth, go. How do I change what I need to know? Or how do I change what I need to change? How do I know to change it?
Um, how do you know to change it? Like,
First, how do I know to change it?
that's difficult. I mean, because I'm trying to make myself you. And it's like, well, what would you do?
Well, that's part of the process. Use those tools.
Um,
I made Carol do that today. Use those tools.
That's great.
you would probably stop yourself maybe and ask yourself. And then
If I needed to change, if it was
is
effective,
what I'm doing the most effective way?
that's it. Is what I'm doing working, right? And that's why I should never be left unsupervised, because what I'm doing is trying to see what all will work. And I don't usually use trying, but that's intention. So my intention is to try as much crap as possible, to do as much crap as possible, I should say. So I want to do everything and see what sticks. And sometimes I need to be reined in. You have changed also recently. You've had several changes that you've gone through, and one of those is changing from military to civilian. And we've talked about that a lot. But you also transitioned from male to female.
Yes.
And so, which one of those was harder? People ask me that.
Gosh. In many ways, transitioning out of the military was more difficult because it, I guess, sort of left a mark on me. And transitioning is all new and sometimes difficult, sometimes exciting and fun. Like today, I got a bikini top, and I was pretty happy about it.
I'm happy too. But you, even going into boot camp, you had a lot of growing to do. And the same process that you just described was you in boot camp. And I found that transitioning for myself was a lot like getting that kind of thrown in the water and learning how to swim thing,
Yeah.
you know? And that's really what you did too. And so here you are in the thick of it. How many years?
Since I've been out.
No, since you transitioned.
Oh, I think this is 3. 18, 19, 20, 21, 4.
Okay, so 4 years. Yeah, you just passed 4 years March 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I am hitting 9 years.
Yeah.
So 9 years in July. Holy crap, y'all. No, 8 years, not 9, 8. This is year 8. So that's a lot of change, right? Yeah, this is year
I think
8.
it's 9.
Oh God, what year is this?
It was 2013, I think. When it came out.
2014 is when I started transitioning.
2014.
Yes,
15, 16,
7
17, 18, 19, 20,
2014.
21, 8 years.
Oh Lord, okay. So I was right. The second time. 8 years. Okay. So after 8 years of transition.
Don't die over there, by the way.
I know. After or kill me. After 8
I kill you.
the struggle, me. So after 8 years, you would think that I would be acclimated to change quite well, right? Everybody assumes that. Yeah, right. Okay, I heard it. So you would think that I would acclimate to change. I have not acclimated fully to change because I don't know that I want to. What about you? Do you like to fully acclimate to change?
No. It takes me a while to get with it.
Some people thrive in change.
I mean, I can do the physical part of the change, but my mind doesn't catch up for a little while. It's like, no, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I kind of shoot first and ask questions later. That's chaos. And we were talking about chaos today. And chaos, to me, is when your thoughts and your feelings take over your actions. Right? That's when you become reactive.
Mm-hmm.
And I strive to not become reactive. But the truth is, I'm reactive with myself. Some people don't think about the relationship you have with yourself. And in order to effectively change, you have to have an open mind. And the only way to have an open mind is to be able to communicate with yourself freely. So that means I can say, you know what, self, you do not need to eat another slice of pizza. And then self says, you know what, buddy, you're right, let's do this thing. Let's wait. I mean, you have a conversation.
Or yourself
Your
says,
friends.
well, you don't need to, but you want to.
Right. That's me on a regular basis. Okay, so that's the desire, the want. So why do we have those wants if we shouldn't fulfill them? I hear people ask me that.
There's nothing wrong with fulfilling your wants as long as they're wants that are in moderation and nothing extreme.
So you have to have a rule to follow. Who sets those rules?
We all set our own rules.
Did you always know that?
No,
Who did you think set the rules?
everybody around me.
Society, permission?
Yeah, basically at the external comfort level, wherever but that bar is set. Thou shalt not
See,
go higher.
You have to give yourself permission to change before you can actually effectively do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to ask yourself, where does your permission lie? Who has your permission still? Who did you think that you had to get permission from before? Your mom? To change?
I don't know, I'm eating, sorry.
Okay, so you have to figure out who it is that you have to get permission from to change. And most of the time it's yourself. Sometimes it's not yourself. Sometimes it's a parent. That was you. You thought you had to have your parents' permission to move out of state.
Yeah, just all my family, they just kind of, stick really close together physically.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that just became the expectation, and that once I moved out, I would go, find my career, and then I would move back to the area and get a job. And that's kind of how I felt. I don't know if it was really that way as far as what everybody else really expected. That's just what everybody else did. And so, I don't know, I guess our move to Illinois was, a break in that cycle, like not a small break either.
Yeah, it was a pretty big one because then you also decided to transition.
Yes. And I mean, even though we did travel a lot in the military, it was different because it was in the military.
Yeah. I get that. So, I don't know, for me, I needed permission from everybody. Like my whole family, because I'm the baby of the family. And the baby of the family has eyes on them all the time. And so I felt like I needed permission from my siblings, from my parents, from my aunt and uncles, everybody, because that's what we did. We would talk about family issues, once in a while we'd get together and have the big discussions. And I guess I just became accustomed to being the baby of the family. So it took me a hot minute, even though, I moved out so early and I did kind of all those things. I came back home, at some point. A couple of times, actually. And so my family was still very involved in my life. And even now, my dad lives with us.
Mm-hmm.
We call him Arthur from King of Queens.
Yeah.
Right?
Grandpa Munster sometimes.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. I mean, he really is. As far as dads go, I couldn't ask for, a better dad. He's humble. He's smart. He's infuriating and old.
Always
Right?
eager to help.
That's it. Eager to help. And that affects change. So if I'm not real good with change to begin with, watching that cycle of generation, go is sometimes frustrating, right? Kind of like how you get frustrated with me. Or, more importantly, how y'all get frustrated with me. Don't you think? Because y'all compare me to him a lot.
Well, he just informed me he was in love with me. So that's
with
more
your...
complicated. With my food, though.
Oh,
Yes, with
so...
my food.
So you're my new mommy?
Mhm.
That's going to complicate issues. Really, really complicate issues.
That adds an extra dynamic to this
I'm pretty sure I
relationship.
was actually talking to the spaghetti.
Yeah, people do talk to food. That's a real thing. Some people talk to it, some people dance with it, and some people hate it. I'm one of those haters, but I love certain ones. Certain foods are fine. So part of change is diversity. And, I bring up food for that reason because I was a very picky eater. Didn't do a whole lot of diverse food. But I grew up on a farm, right? So I was living the farm life. We had frozen meat that we butchered. We had, a full garden. We had all kinds of nifty things to cook. But I was a kid. I was lazy. I didn't want to cook. I wanted cereal and pizza and fast food. And we had 2 fast food places in our town. Hi, Beth. Welcome back.
2 fast
So
food places.
we had DQ and we had Pizza Hut. And so special moments were when we had fast food. So I celebrate with fast food when it's a special moment. Or whenever I'm feeling super insecure and just want to feel some emotions and be in it.
Or
That's
for me,
emotional
it could
eating,
be a day
right?
that ends in Y. I don't even care.
Right, because you just like food. But for me, food is an emotional experience, and that's for other people, Carol. Food's an emotional experience for you. And we talked about wagging our tails. So certain things that make you wag your tail is food. Things that make me wag my tail is weed. And people. That's actually what I said, not
Yeah.
weed. Carol said weed makes me wag my tail. I said people. Because I truly want to meet every human being on the face of the planet. I know I won't, but it would be a great goal, right? Just to spend a couple minutes with each person on Earth. Talk about diversity. Huh?
I wonder how long that would take.
A really long time. Somebody do the
I wonder
math.
how many people would be born as you're making your trek, and so it would never end.
That would be awesome. That's why I have to live to be 500. I have to live to be 500 so I can talk to every person. And I like to talk to people because they become the change. I don't like making change in my own life. I like seeing change in others. That's just what it is. But the thing is, because of that, I actually do change. Like I say, I don't like it, but every single day is progressive. And change is progress, right? So I'm lying to myself and playing this weird character on TV where I say, I don't like change and I'm rigid and blah, blah, blah. But then I'm a trans man, people. I mean, come on.
We're kind of like the poster people for change.
Right? Yeah, it's like we moved every 2 years forever, so we've lived kind of all over the place. This is house 30 for me, so clearly I like to change location. I've been divorced and remarried. Clearly, once again, changing relationships. And y'all weren't my only two relationships. I started a relationship when I was 14. Even before that, I had a few relationships with girls, before. One of them, Amy. Hi, Amy. Anyway, but for me, I had that diversity in my own mind. I didn't know that there was anything outside of what I was doing, right? You didn't either. So how did we get diversity? We had to have somebody push us out. Yeah. So the universe had to kick my ass for a minute and kick my family's ass and say, get out of farming, get out of spearmint, and move the hell away from there. And so they did. And then diversity was put into my life. And yours was put into your life as soon as you were born. You were born in Germany.
Yeah.
So that's just what you knew. And then you came back to the States when you were how old?
5, 6, 5.
Okay. 5, 6.
I think 5, because I think I would turn 6.
Is that your final answer?
No.
I turned 6. And
do you need a lifeline? Lifeline?
No, I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Okay. So everything pivotal for us happened at 5. And it formed really who we are. And this change that I like to pretend, this character I like to pretend that I am, wants things to stay the same, wants that control and that consistency with their environment. But I am the flakiest person you will ever meet, I think. I rearrange things constantly. I don't like things to stay the same in my environment. So why am I like that? Why does it look that way but feel a different way? Anybody? Anybody in the room know?
Nope.
Come on.
You gotta help us out.
Well, because the character that I've built is on beliefs that I don't actually value. So the character that I formed, the character that I play on TV, that is this character who likes this consistency and this symmetric, environment and all of this OCD stuff, that character that I play on TV is only there because the negativity was there, right? Because the emotion's there. And so once you realize that this character that you've played on TV isn't really who you are, you just pause them, right? You figure out you don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
And you did that.
Yeah.
You had
a
whole... Yeah. But what's funny is that you even externally did that in your video game. Literally, you spent a whole lot of time building a character while you were living as James. Mm-hmm. And then when you transitioned, that character became your reality. So then that character was just put to bed. So that goes to show that you fake it till you make it. Yours was just in a digital world because your character was female.
Yes.
And so in the digital world, you were living your life. And that is true, for people who try to escape. That's what you were doing, and you freely admit that. And so you changed. And once you did, you were able to unify the feeling and the thought, and you didn't feel like chaos anymore. Right?
Yeah.
You're still chaos, but I love you anyway.
Yeah, it's just different kind of chaos.
And cute dress. Carol got that for you.
Yes, she did.
It's really good.
She has good taste.
And yes, and we get to try her cooking tonight. This is the first time. Well, no, you cooked French toast, which, by the way, Yumsville, the best French toast I've had. Honestly, not even lying.
Wow.
So I cooked French toast, and it was better than that. And I can never say that in front of Dad because Dad, that's his specialty is French toast. And he'll probably die a little bit if I say that.
I heard him.
Yeah, I can't do that to the old guy. Even though he's batshit crazy and irritates
So are
me
you.
sometimes.
Keep you around.
I know.
Yeah.
I love him to pieces. I can't even be mad at the guy. But yes, your French toast is fantastic, and we're going to try your full vegetarian pasta sauce, which I'm excited because I love sauce. That's my problem. So it's good that it's, vegetarian, and I'm sure it's all those other awful healthy things too. Because Carol has to watch everything. You can't eat anything. You can have air.
Ice.
Ice and air.
Yes.
That's good
Those are my
stuff.
two main food groups. Yes, ice and
Ice and air. And sometimes she combines the ice and air
with
and
a snow cone.
with pickle
flavored
juice.
snow.
Because that's what we have. We have pickle juice snow cones.
Yep.
So one change that I want to talk about has happened with Lindsay. Lindsay, my cousin, who had the pacemaker put in, she was having congestive heart failure. She got a pacemaker put in. She's doing fantastic. I got an update from Aunt Sarah, and she's doing fantastic. She's out of the life vest that she was having to wear, and so I'm really happy about that. And like I've said the past few podcasts, I'm really thinking heavy on family. And Alex is graduating, and so we've had to send out to the family all these invitations, and it just brought again to mind. My kids don't know these people, and they don't know them because I've moved 30 times, and we haven't had that solid foundation. So I think the universe is truly trying to tell me that the change that I have been working on is staying put. And I hate to say that. I hate it so much because I don't want to stay put. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move into a tiny house out in the middle of the desert and just surround myself with people. And Carol says, not desert, we're not doing desert. I already saw the look.
We'll see. I don't try desert.
Okay, look, you're willing. Look at that, you're willing. And it's you like the cold and I like the hot. And you like...
I hate
Well, in the
humidity.
desert, it's cold at night and it's hot during
That's
the day.
what I'm like,
And I
see?
hate humidity, so if you go somewhere that there's not a bunch of humidity and that's a desert, I'm good.
But again, that would be a change. And that would be another move.
10 years from now.
Yes, we have to say when we get Oliver grown, right? So we get Oliver grown, and that's another 8 years. We have 8 years. 10 or...
Let's be honest.
Come on, he's 10. We can boot him out at 17 technically.
Okay. I'm just basing it on our track
On our track
On our
record.
track record.
Yeah, who's still here. Well, okay.
My kids didn't move out. My bio kids didn't move out until they were 19 and 20, 21.
19 and 21. Well, that's not terrible. If you prepare them properly and they stay at home longer, then they're less likely to return.
I think the U.S. is like one of the few countries that has that really staunch, expectation of, okay, you're almost 20 years old and you get the hell out. Most countries, the kids stay with the families well into their 30s.
Yeah.
No, thank you. That's a fallacy. That is untrue.
It is very
I don't know
true.
where
We
you
don't
read
want to
that.
be sharing our van with the kids
No.
forever. Okay, because I'm kind of over that. So maybe next week, we're putting a pin in it. Carol will revisit being on the podcast. She was going to give y'all a little glimpse, maybe a little leg or something, but she's not even giving y'all a leg. And let me just tell you that if she does stick her leg across here, it means her foot is in front of me, and that is a no-go.
That's the temptation.
So we don't do the foot stuff anywhere near me because it is frightening. And there are commercials, y'all. This is the change I'm talking about. First of all, we want the blue liquid back. First, I was a woman. I lived as a woman. I had a period. I get it. I know what it is. I don't want to see red fluid on a commercial for a pad. I don't. It's awful. So stop it, people. Stop it. It hurts me.
Change.
I cannot embrace that change. So, okay. Got to take a breath on that one.
You covered feet and menstrual blood.
The
all
foot,
in
the
one
foot thing, no. I mean, come on. Animated or not, no. Don't do it. Just don't. Why? Why is it necessary? At least it's not that one where the toenail peels up and the fungus jumps in, because Wow, that one gets
Or what
me.
if the one where they do that and they zoom in and it's like a play? And they're like, the fungus is all in there and they're having like a play.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're like zoom in and like having a whole,
Oh, I always
production.
turn away as soon
It's
as I
just
see the foot. I turn away, so
fanfare
I've
and they're
never
like
actually.
the little fungus people.
No, okay, we're good. I've never actually watched the commercial
It
because
was-
the foot
Now
comes
we're
up and
gonna
I do
find it.
this. We're not finding it. If you
No
find it, good
fungus
for
in
you.
a play.
No. That makes me think of the little flea that would jump on the dog's back in the cartoons. The hobo flea.
Yep.
Okay, so quick question: what makes a hobo the guy with the stick? Why is that a hobo as opposed to anything else? Why do you call a hobo? Why does a hobo have a stick?
Because he's
carrying
trying to,
everything he owns on his back.
and he's
But
trying,
why?
because he's trying to catch the train and he's got to throw his stuff into the train.
He's
There we
holding
go.
it.
So see, that makes sense.
Hobos ride the
See,
rails.
you should have come up with something like Beth. Should have come up with something like Beth. That's creativity right there. You lack that tonight. I'm gonna
Oh,
need you
yes.
to work on that. I'm
Put
just
it on
saying.
my list.
Put it on that list, that long list of this is what I do.
When you work on your fit issues.
Oh, no.
Work on-
There's nothing to work on. So I was a picky eater, and I have since got diversity, and I eat different things. I just don't eat meat. So that's my story,
You're sticking to it.
and I'm sticking to it. I don't still eat one food at a time because I used to in a clockwork pattern eat my stuff, my food. And I don't do that. Now I mix it up. So I'm proud of myself for that. Go me, go change. Now that's the character I play, right? Because y'all have seen me scarf pizza and all of it touches.
Yeah.
So why do I choose to invent this character?
Safety.
Safety. What about you? Why do I choose to invent this character?
I agree with Carol.
Okay, so safety, and that's what we do. Everybody who invents this character in their life is doing it because it's safe and comfortable. So who are you at your core? Who am I at my core? I'm somebody who will eat pizza and I don't care how many calories is in it. I'm somebody who won't put my teeth in because I don't care enough to say I need to have my teeth in to be seen, right? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today, just not going to do it because it doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. I can be vulnerable in front of people. In my defense, I was left unsupervised beforehand, and I didn't have this whole prep crew that I clearly need, right? and sometimes we feel that way, don't we? You do, Beth. You sometimes feel like it takes a team to get you motivated to change.
Yes. And I get it from different people. It's always an example of something. I'm like, oh, okay.
So that's what the universe provides, is that example.
Yeah.
If you keep going the way you're going, you're going to get the same result. So in order to not do that, you change something, right?
Mhm.
So we're slowly changing things, right? Slowly changing things. But you have been a big motivator. Miss Carol is who I'm speaking of. I forget that some people just listen to us and don't watch us, and so they don't see me shooting my eyes over to the Ed McMahon in the room.
I'm really getting offended. I'm looking at you like, hey, that's
Oh
the
my-
only reason I'm going to show them.
Oh my gosh, you know what? So I didn't know how to spell it. I was looking it up, and his name is weird.
It is.
McMahon.
Yeah, and he is no longer with us, is he?
Don't think so.
So maybe you channel his energy.
Thanks.
Well,
I
you're...
really want to be an old white dude.
Speaking of old white dude.
Back to you.
What?
Isn't that what Ed McMahon would say?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Speaking of
Oh my
old
gosh,
white
see,
men,
there you
back
go.
to you.
Back to you, Johnny. Okay, so I have, for date night, marked a movie, and it is called something Scars.
This is why you don't get to pick things.
This is why I can't be left
No.
unsupervised. So, but it is about a band who gets together, and the lead singer is a trans man.
Is it the band called something?
Scars. or something, a band called Scars or something like that. I don't remember if it's on Hulu or Netflix. I think I don't know. I'm lying. I can't even pretend.
Alright,
So-
so lead singer trans.
So I'm interested to watch it because I do not like watching movies that bring to mind my struggle.
Got something in your
Oh god.
It's not a bug. Relax. If it was a bug, I would have. Okay.
Just do it.
Scream.
Oh.
It's a piece of debris.
Ah, okay. Touching. So much touching. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate that. You can't just be freaking me out like that, though, especially in front of everybody. What's wrong with you? Holy cow. Did you call it grooming? And did you sniff that blanket again?
No.
Okay, I didn't think
I
so.
don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. We all have weird habits.
I like soft things and things that smell good. What's wrong with that? How is that weird?
Every single thing you said in that sentence was weird.
Soft things and things that smell good.
Yeah, I like tough things, and I want them to stink.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it does actually.
Wow.
So
You
that
probably
that
like this
example didn't
Aussie
work.
toilet paper I've heard about.
I'll ask Aldo. Okay, so I have this other client of mine, and he's a spectacular person, and he was a friend before he was a client. So he does get a little special treatment. He gets the investment of my friendship. And being a friend to him is difficult when I'm also a coach to him. But it's not so difficult that I can't do it. He is experiencing a lot of change in his life, and it's bringing to the forefront of my mind how important change is sometimes just for development in general. And I don't mean real proper growth. I mean just development, just to be able to take a snapshot and look at it and go, oh, this is what I've been doing, and maybe I should do something different. The universe provides opportunities all the time for us to get diverse options with our life. Where are you going, babe?
I'm listening. Scratching my elbow. I have an itch.
And we have these diverse
That scratch
options.
itches.
You're going to start that again. You don't scratch an itch. You itch an itch. And no, you don't scratch you don't scratch an itch or turn off alarms.
It's time for Hansel's medicine.
Oh, yeah. Hansel is the dog. Now, what was I even saying? Good job. Irrelative. Doesn't matter. Anywho's. Yeah. Change is change.
Diversity.
And my
Friends
buddy
that you're also
who
sure.
brought to the forefront of my mind
Yes.
how important it is to change slowly. Not always jump feet first in something and just say it is or it isn't good. Right? Sometimes you have to develop, and that's what the process is. So right now we are developing change. The process. And I'm patting myself on the back for doing tiny things. And I think that you, Beth, are patting yourself on the back too for doing tiny things.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yep. I was just about to say, baby steps.
Because they're cute. Now let's
Sometimes
talk.
if you can just do baby steps, it's better than nothing.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
better than not stepping
Yeah, because
or
cha-
stepping backwards.
Yeah, because change is great. So the biggest change that's about to happen is Alex is graduating, and there's going to be parties, and there's going to be people, and then there's going to be nothing. I don't know if she's prepared for that. Do y'all?
No, I think I think that's sinking in with her because I was talking to her about it the other day, and she kind of got a little misty about it.
Mm-hmm. Because here you are in school, and you love your people, and I just keep burping coffee. Anyway, excuse me. So you love your friends, and you adopt them as family, and then it's time to go away for the summer, and you realize, oh crap, I'm not coming back next year.
Yep, that's it.
And Roy did that first, and is kind of in that weird stage where now I don't know what to do with my life. I think Alex is going to get there, and she's going to not know what to do with her life.
Well, she's got more solid direction right now, and she's already enrolled in school.
Right.
So she's waiting for the fall to get here so that she can go do that. So that's good. At least she
Oh
has
my
something
gosh,
to do.
Carol.
She won't, kind of sit around and be like, oh, I don't know what to do now. She knows what to do.
She does. She knows what to do, but I'm not sure if she will talk herself out of it.
Right. That's always a
That's
possibility.
all I'm looking at. Aren't you afraid of that, Carol?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
first day of college is kind of intimidating.
So that's because change is hard and it's uncomfortable. And I feel like what she's going to do is hit that wall and go, all right, I got to talk myself out of it. Why is this not going to work? And she'll realize pretty quickly when she tries to talk herself out that she has had too much positive influence in her life to fail. She's not going to fail.
Yeah.
And you were talking earlier about making mistakes. We all have to. If you don't make a mistake, you don't learn a lesson. And so I'm full of mistakes because I'm full of lessons. I once was called wise.
Who said that?
Some nut job. Anyway, said that I had some wisdom. And wisdom only comes from perseverance. And that only comes from getting challenged. So that means not only have I been challenged, but I am a challenge. Right? So you're welcome. I am teaching you perseverance. You too. She's like, I know, bitch. You ain't even got to tell me. So speaking of, bitch.
Find out what this is going
Okay, my precious baby girl widow. My precious baby girl widow, who is a Doberman Lab, has got a tail like yay wide, yay long, not
It's
wide.
a lot longer than that.
Okay, about this long, just the part that's affected from the
It's
mid
kind of
to
like a
the
horse
tip.
crop.
She, it's really painful when it strikes you. She messed up the tip of her tail, and so all around the house, there's blood streaks on the walls from her tail hitting it because she gets up against the wall and it hits. And so we thought, oh, this will be a chance to see if we can wrap it. It was really dumb that we thought we could do that. I don't know why we thought.
You
Oh,
thought
don't
you
even
could
try.
do
You were
that.
helping
I was
me.
trying to help.
You were trying to help.
But
And I do mean trying. We weren't doing. We did not do anything effectively. There was zero effect.
I did get a chance to look at it without her pulling away too much, and I figured out how to do it. You
How
kind of
was that?
stand over her a little bit, and then you, with her facing behind you, and then you reach down with one arm and you go underneath her, in front of her hind legs, and then you lift her up.
That
And then
is way too involved.
Then you can hold the tail with the other hand and look
she's
at it.
like 75 pounds, and I'm
Yeah.
janky.
So yeah.
So yeah, that sounds awful.
It
But-
works.
Snuggle her up.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
kinda look
It works after, and it doesn't hurt her, but it allows
It is
me.
so impersonal. You're so mean.
It's just so that I could look at the tail and see if how bad it was, and it looks like it's a lot of just like really impact damage.
Impact damage.
It's like smacking it on things. I don't know. It's little
Yeah.
spots of little tiny scabby spots.
Yeah. Okay. That's awful.
So we should shave her tail.
We could.
Then
And
we
put a
can
big
do it.
pom pom on it,
Well, yeah,
like a
but we
poodle. Like if we just got a little
Bubble
pom
wrap?
pom. Oh yeah, I did say bubble wrap. We could wrap her all up in bubble wrap.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Maybe not. Okay, well we could at
Yeah, it
least
has to
wrap her
be
tail
hot
in
sauce
Yeah, she's
flavored
a
bubble wrap,
handful.
So she doesn't eat it.
hot sauce flavored.
I didn't understand.
Okay, thanks.
Google.
You gotta say goggles.
I didn't even say anything that
Nobody
sounded
said-
like that. We said hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
If it talks again, it's something. Somebody's listening. Okay, so we really did talk about a whole lot of change. So what's actually going on in your life right now?
Well, my next change is going to be
Boo.
graduation. I'm in my last class. I'm writing my last paper, and after it's turned in, I think my last day of school is June 26th.
Nice.
That's it.
My change is going to be social media. I'm going to have more of a presence on social media. That's going to be my change. I'm working towards that. Because I got a lot of stuff to say, and there's only so many places I can say it before it's monotonous. So what is your change?
Being on camera.
Being on camera. Good job, sweetheart. You got it.
Where's my gold star?
So, I know, right? Ooh, I earned a gold star the other day, but I don't remember for what. I did too. You
If you
said
don't
it.
remember, then it didn't happen.
Yeah, picture it didn't happen.
It's
Okay.
like when I accidentally said you were right. That didn't really happen.
Accidentally, yeah.
Never.
Well, then you just look at me and go, "Oh, sorry, there is no right or wrong, only more or less effective." Right?
That was pretty okay effectiveness.
Yeah,
It's better than
pretty okay
saying you were
effective.
right.
Well, you used to have that shirt that said, the okayest brother,
Oh.
world's okayest brother, or
Right.
something like that." Yeah.
World's okayest brother.
Yeah, and now the kid has it. Which kid? One of the
Is it
kids.
bad?
Yeah,
Can't
one
you
of
just
them.
say a kid?
One of our.
One of our kids has it.
Alex got a
Anywho's-
lot of my shirts.
Yeah, but she's not the okayest brother.
No.
But that would be funny if she
Yeah.
wore it.
that would be funny. But
Oh, now I kind of hope
she got
has
all
it.
of my my
Concert
music and
tees,
concert
yeah.
shirts.
Because you're a lame-o.
Lame.
I wear funny slogan stuff because I'm a lame-o. What do you wear that makes you lame? Those sunglasses.
Shut up.
Oh, Harry Potter.
The
Yeah.
Hogwarts t-shirt.
She's wearing a Hogwarts t-shirt. She's pretty lame. So a house full of lame-os on, that the LGBT built. A house full of lame-os that the LGBT built.
Yeah.
Because we're all affiliated at this point.
Yeah.
Ah, even my dad,
Actively
my
or as
8-year-old
an
dad, is
ally.
an ally. So yeah, at some point we're going to Pride. We actually have a couple to go to. The one in Alton and the one not Alton. Yeah, Alton.
St. Louis?
St. Louis and Alton. Yeah, so we're gonna do that since Pride Month's coming. I'm about to be annoying everybody with my Pride Month stuff. So you know I have to be on social media to push the agenda.
Yep, gotta push that gay agenda.
Yeah. Well, what was it? I'll have to post it, that thing, the gay agenda. Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
And eating tacos. Very gay. Okay. So is there anything that I didn't cover that I needed to cover? I'm thinking.
I didn't get the agenda, so I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'll have to share it with you. The agenda's fantastic.
Mhm.
I'll post it in the comments. It's pretty good. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Who said that?
Mahatma Gandhi, I don't know.
Socrates.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay,
Okay.
so, but that's the whole thing that I've talked about, was you can't concentrate on the shit you didn't do. You have to concentrate on the shit you get to do.
Mhm.
And that's what's exciting, because I get to be a loudmouth on social media. And I get to make more videos, and I get to affect more people. And I like that. You recorded a video of me,
I did.
and it was me being a boomer and not knowing how to do social media, and I didn't know you were recording me.
It's hilarious.
She really does feel it's hilarious. And I was wearing my shiny britches
Yep.
and my tank top,
Mhm.
and I was sounding like I was 100.
Mhm.
So look forward to
At
viewing
least.
that.
At least 100.
I'm sure she will share it with y'all.
First time on the interwebs.
For her first time on P.E.C. on the
What's this
interweb.
Instagram about?
It's actually it's and it will be Trampaw. That's gonna be my name, Trampaw. Okay, guys, we're done. So we're gonna watch this janky movie.
Get to figure
Something
out what
about
it is.
scars. It's some type of band thing about scars.
Now, are we committing to this, or is it like,
I am 100% committed.
okay?
No, I can't even. Okay,
Does
I'm
it remember
lying.
what happened last
I
time?
don't commit to any movie, and I won't commit after last time. What was that one called? The Sleeping Beauty one. No one remembers because it
Curse of Sleeping
the
Beauty.
was it really the
Yeah,
Curse
yes.
of Sleeping Beauty,
Yes, it was.
and it was on Netflix. Okay, so y'all find that movie and watch it. That was our torture last date night.
It didn't last very long.
Yeah, okay. So this one, we'll let y'all know. Yeah. So I have to commit to more than 5 minutes of it. Okay, 10 minutes. I'll commit to 10. And if after that I'm done, then we're watching Bob's Burgers. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, babe, for being on as co-host. And thank you, babe, for being
You're
on
welcome.
as Ed McMahon, the one off the camera. And thank you, me, for just being me.